the Father is in me. If you have seen me, you have seen the Father. The Father and I, he always identified himself in the deity. But here he is identifying himself in his humanity. Instead of saying, my Father, why hast thou forsaken me? He said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? So in this text, we see both deity and humanity of Jesus being combative, just by the way that he entreated Mary in this. And so we go and we see that I think that Mary knew that he was the Son of God, and that she knew of his compassion, and that she was really she was playing on that part, and that is what caused him to respond, woman, what does your concern have to do with me? You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people, even my daughter, we have read this and studied this and talked about this, and my daughter said she would have gave Jesus a beating. She said he would have got a beating. Another time when Jesus said that he must be about his Father's business. Jesus was about the work of why he was sent, of why God sent him. Thy will be done, thy kingdom come. Why God sent the kingdom to earth. Jesus was the representation, or he was the representative of the kingdom. He had come from the kingdom. Thy will be done, thy kingdom come. The kingdom has come to earth. The kingdom has come to earth, fulfilled in Jesus. So we're going to go on. John 2 and 4. John 2 and 4. It says, Jesus said to her, a woman, what does your concern have to do with me? My hour has not yet come. And I got ahead of myself. We don't think that Jesus said this to be mean or with an attitude. When he was saying my time has not come, he says he meant to start his ministry later. The things that he had come to do, that Mary was jumping the gun. That's what he was saying. Maybe at Passover, which was coming up soon after the wedding, then his mother said to the servant, whatever he says to you, do it. At that point, Mary kind of understood that it was not this, that it wasn't the time. And even with us today, we often say there's a time and there's a place for all things. And so Mary now says, whatever he says to you to do, do it. And so she was now removing herself from that place of feeling that I'm the mother, and because I'm the mother, I have the inside track, and no one else can say anything to him as far as it is of I know who he is, and I know the deity in him, and I'm mama, and so as mama I can say to him when no one else has, and Jesus say, it's not your time. This is not your time. It's not my time. And then Mary says, whatever he says to do, do it. Now Jesus is on the spot, because now Mary has what we call outed him. Mary has outed Jesus. So now Jesus says to them, in order for me now to do something about this, because my mother has drawn this attention towards me, gather these pots and fill them up with water. But whoever, now there was set there 6 water pots of stone, to the manner of purification of the Jews, containing 20 or 30 gallons apiece. Even as you heard me say that water was used for bathing and the sort. So here they're saying, according to the manner of purification, they had a large supply of water. It wasn't just a kettle. It wasn't just a canister. They had 20 to 30 gallons, and it was like 6 of them with like 20 or 30 gallons. So this water, as a manner of purification, of a manner of cleaning themselves, meaning that what they're trying to emphasize is that there was a lot of water there that was present. So they used waters in jars for cleaning hands before they ate. Over in the village where we go in Africa, another ministry group just installed a big water tank so that the village could have water. Tanker come in and bring them a pot of drinkable water or cooking water suitable for cooking. So here, this water they use for cleaning their hands, or for purification. And so Jesus said to them, fill the water pots to the fill. And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, draw some out now and take it to the master of the feast. And they took it. Jesus did not even say anything. He just thinks it and it happens. Jesus said, draw some out and take it to the master of the feast. So when they took it to the master of the feast, there upon their delivery of the water had turned into wine. Okay, so we're talking about 6 water pots. Talking about 6 water pots. We're talking about, when you say at least 20 to 30 gallons, we'll just round off and say 25 gallons. That comes out to 150 gallons. 150 gallons. If Jesus asked for 6 water pots, nothing is going to go to waste. He would ask for 4 water pots. He would have turned all 4 of those into wine. He asked for 6, so that meant there was 150 gallons of wine there. So that tells me it was a very large wedding party, and that tells me as